Hi everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that interruption. There was somebody at the door and I'm the only one home right now, so kind of had to answer it. So we are doing page C, the back of page C, and we're continuing on. So each side has a flap that's the same, and it was 5 3/4 by 10. We're going to make 2 of those. We're going to score it at half, score it at 3/4, have a 1/4 inch gusset, and then we're going to turn it over. We're going to put a pocket in. Now the pocket is 6 by 3, and we're going to score on a 1/2 inch on each side, and we're going to glue the bottom down. Okay, so we're going to want to make sure that we put it on the inside of the pocket, or inside of the flap, excuse me. So this is what we did on the other side, so just line it up next to the score, and then we're going to take our glue. We're going to put a little line of glue and fold her over and boom, make a pocket. Okay, so we have those 2 pieces in place. All right, and then the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to want to do the magnet closure. And in order to do that, so what we're going to do is we're going to paper this. We're going to put this piece so that it hangs over just a little bit, and then it's going to create the magnet closure. Okay, and we're going to want to put the magnets here and under here. Okay, so we can go ahead and put this paper down, and then we're going to put the stuff in the books, so we go ahead and put the magnets in the correct spot, because that's kind of important. So I didn't add tape to this one. I thought I did. I inked it, but I didn't put the tape on, so that's pretty silly. So let's put the tape on, and then, because the little card there is what's going to hold this whole thing closed, and underneath as well with the waterfall that we're going to create. So let's center that nice and pretty. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and grab our book. Okay, we're going to put this guy on this side. Let's get it so where you can see it. And we're just going to line it up to the edge. And stick it down. Okay. All right, so there's that page, that side. I'm going to get underneath my stuff, kind of rude. Okay, so this pocket's going to lay on the other side, and it's just going to go against the score of the page, the fold of the page. If I can get the tape off. All right, so lining that up. Oop. Okay. Get it as straight as you can. There we go. Okay. So these pages have a 1/4 inch gusset. So try and make sure that those are kind of standing up perpendicular, okay? So then this guy is going to lay on top, and I set it so that, where is my ruler? I put it so that it was pretty much centered in between. But if you want to measure, it's about at the 4 3/8 inch mark, where it lines up with the edge of the cardstock, where that edge is right there. Okay. So, and if you want to, so I drew the lines wrong. So ignore my lines. So 4 and about 3/8, so I'm going to put it about 4 1/4 so I can make sure that I have a little bit of leeway. And we're going to put the glue on 3 sides. Come on, glue. And then we're going to turn her over and we're going to center her up and stick her down. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to do this and try and get this as even as I possibly can. So right about here. Okay. There we go. All right. So that's stuck down. And that will create a pocket right there that you could put a tag in, like I did on the other one. So then what we're going to do is we're going to add our magnet. So where did my magnet go? Oh, okay. Well, let's get another one. There we go. All right. Ouch. All right, so now we're going to put a magnet on to close this bad boy up. And I don't know why I can't get these things off today. All right, so we'll go ahead and I'm going to put it kind of right in the middle of that. We're just going to cover that piece with patterned paper anyway. So kind of sort of in the middle, not quite, but oh my goodness. Oh, this is going to make me crazy. Okay, so then we have this page. And just stick her down. And hopefully, there we go. And then let's grab our score tape and then just make sure that we keep them stuck down. And yep, it worked. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we have created the closure. This is going to be for a photo mat or a cut apart, 4x6 cut apart that comes in your paper collections. We're going to have a tag pocket there, and then when you open this up, you have 2 big pockets here. Cool beans. All right, now we're going to do this guy, which is going to be the waterfall with a big pocket. So, putting the book aside for just a second. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make, the first thing is the giant pocket. So it needs to be 8.5 wide by 9 inches tall, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch on the sides and on the bottom. So again, 8.5 inches across, 9 inches tall, score at 1/2 inch on the sides and the bottom. This is going to be a very large pocket when we put it on the page. Okay, and then what we're going to do, let's see, that guy is going to go over top of that. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down. And then that covers the big pocket. And this will fit on the base page of the back of C. All right. And this paper is really super cute, and unfortunately it's going to get covered up, but all right. So then, okay, so that's the big base pocket that's going to go in the back of the page. Then we're going to make the pocket, which is also the base for our waterfall. All right. So this piece is 8 wide. Okay, so 8 wide by 7 tall. And you're going to score it 1/2 inch on each side again. So 8 wide by 7, 8 by 7. All right, and this is going to create a pocket here that the waterfall sits on. So when you put this whole assembly on the page, you're going to have a pocket here, and you're going to have a pocket here, and then you're going to have the whole waterfall thing going on. So it's pretty neat. So then you're going to need your waterfall pieces, and your waterfall pieces are 5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall. You're going to make 5 of them, and you're going to score them at 1/2 inch, just like always. And then you're going to just put them on the page like we've been doing, and these open to the side. So, like so. And then we'll just add those. So now I'm sitting here thinking, so if you wanted to, you could put it on sideways. So they open up and you have pocket to the side. So it doesn't matter. I mean, this book is totally customizable, which is the cool thing about this book. You can do anything you want to it. Just with those base pages in the heavy 110 cardstock, and you have, you know, just a bazillion different things you can do with it, which is really kind of cool. So now I'm getting all these other ideas for things I want to do. So I might try different. I have a folder already made up, so I might try a different thing. I love these things. I love how they're kind of buildable, and you can do whatever you want, and you can put them sideways or vertical or one side to the other. There's lots of different awesome configurations that you can do. All right, let's get that straight. Okay, so now we have the base pocket with our waterfalls. Okay, so then this one has a ribbon closure, and there's my ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to take and cut this in half because I didn't do that yet. All right, and then we're going to flip this bad boy over, and so the ribbons are going to be adhered here, and this creates kind of a little bit of a problem because, you know, you don't want to put the ribbon all the way across because it'll interfere with your pocket. So you're going to have to do it on the side here, and we're going to do something a little creative to help it stick because you only have 1/2 inch here to work with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my ruler and round about in the halfway mark, I'm going to put my ribbon on, and it's going to be basically facing the wrong direction, okay? But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tape down again over top of that. And then take that off, and then put my ribbon back the proper direction so that when we turn it over, it's facing the right way. So that kind of anchors it a little bit. And then of course you're going to want to put down yet one more piece of, or layer of tape so that we adhere the pocket, and then that will secure it down again. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so then the other side we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this side tape off, and we're going to find our midsection, which is about there. And we're going to take our ribbon, and you want a kind of a straight edge on the side too. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim the ribbons and do all that stuff too. I'm going to, you know, I'm just doing this really super fast so we can get through these videos because I really want to get these done. Okay, so there's one layer like that. Stay down. All right, and then we're going to take our ribbon and fold it back on itself, and then we're going to put one more layer of tape down. And that way, the ribbon's on, it's secured, and it won't interfere with your pocket. And you can add a ribbon to a very small space. So then we're going to take this guy, and we're going to center our waterfall with our ribbons out of the way, of course, right there. So about of 1/8 of an inch of space all the way around. And there you go. So now let's tie this into a bow, and then we're going to stick this whole thing onto our page. Oops, maybe we're going to tie the bow. I don't know. There we go. Okay. So then grabbing our book, or our folio, I should say. This is going to go on the inside here. All right. Just like that. It's going to glue down. And this is going to create really nice big pocket here, here, and then this whole thing. So then we'll be able to add pattern paper up here. We're going to put pattern paper here, make it all pretty, pretty. So let's do that. Get that put on, and then, you guys, we only have like one more page left, and then we're done. So I've showed you everything how I made this book. So I hope it gives you lots of ideas on some fun things to do when you make one. Alright, so I'm lining it up ever so carefully in between all those scores. Wow. There we go. Okay. Boom. So this page is done. So we're going to be able to put a nice photo here, and this has the magnet closure. We're going to put this piece of paper over, so that's what it's going to look like. And then we can add a nice big piece of paper here and then put a photo there if you'd like, or you know, one of the 4x6 cards that come in your paper collection. And then it opens up. We'll have pockets here. We have our waterfall. We have a pocket behind the waterfall, and we have a pocket up there. A giant pocket, so you could put giant tags, whatever. All right, so there's that. So now, our last page. There we go. Now it catches. All right, so we're going to do that. Okay, so our last page right here is going to be this page right here. And this page has just little bands that go up and down and with a magnet closure. And then it has a trifold booklet underneath. So that's pretty simple. Pretty simple. So, getting this book out of the way. And let's grab those papers. Okay. So here's the magnet that I didn't have last time. Okay, here we go. So, this is going to have, did I get these messed up? Wait a minute. Hold that thought. What in the world did I do? Oh! I totally know what I did. Okay, never mind. Scratch that, reverse it. So what I didn't show you. Okay, so now I totally now, okay. So what I didn't do in this book, which I just realized I didn't do in this book, was that these bands that close this, it's not really that simple. So I made it so that a piece or a 4x6 could go into the band and you could have yet another place for pictures, and I totally never even put that in there. So I'm going to have to finish that part, but both of these bands will do that. So they will hold yet another photo mat like that. So each one of these will have a photo mat, and then when you lift it up, then you have this. Okay, that's why I was getting confused. I forgot to put the mats in there, so, but I will. Okay, so in order to make these with this belly band kind of closure, you're going to need 2 pieces here, and they are 10 1/4 by 2. You need 2 of them, and you have to score at 1/2 inch, at 5 1/8, and at 9 3/4. All right, so what you end up doing is it creates a band and the attachment to go in the book. So you just take off the tape off of one end and fold it up, and then you have the attachment and you have the band. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, so, and it'll be pretty secure too. Those won't come out. I can't believe I forgot to put the actual mats in there. So again, just whoops, fold it up, and then you have your band. Okay? All right. So then what we're going to do is grab our book and we're going to put the bands on, because then our pattern paper will hide the bands. Okay, and again, centering at the top and the bottom. I need a bigger desk. Or less stuff, but I think a bigger desk would be easier. All right, so going to put that right about there. Okay, and then the other one we will put on the other side. And I'm going to turn it just a little bit. And see what I mean by needing a bigger desk? This project is huge. I love it though. Okay, so our belly bands are right there. Now, how to close the belly band? Yeah, I bet you're asking, how are we going to close the belly band? Well, we are going to take a 3x3 piece of paper and we're going to glue it onto the top, and then we're going to use a magnet on the bottom to go ahead and secure that. So, first thing I want to do is I'm going to put a little piece of pattern paper on the top. Okay, that's going to go like that. We're going to want it kind of centered, so yeah, right about there. My magnet, my dog's in here again. Oh, Ace, you're so silly. Let me grab some score tape because this magnet isn't going to work. Okay, so you want to kind of line it up so it's even-ish. Put the magnet on here like so. Okay, and then let's do this the smart way this time. Okay, let's just do that. All right, so then that guy's going to go there. All right, so cover the back side because you're going to want this covered so that when you lift it up, you know, it'll be pretty. And we're going to cover the bands with pattern paper as well, okay? So just make sure that when it flips up, it's right-sided. You know, not upside down. That's what I meant to say. So, if you have directional paper, that's pretty important. Oh, shoot. And then the other thing you need to do is make sure you put the magnet on, which, yeah. Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay, guys. Another little fun little day in the life of Michelle. I just can't get through a video today. I don't know what my problem is. It's like my only day that I have to make videos, and I'm trying really, really hard to get them done, and I worked so hard to get them ready so that they wouldn't be, you know, horrible and long, and yeah. Okay. All right, so let's do that. Perfect. Now let's stick that thing back on there. Okay, I think I fixed it. Hooray! Hooray! Yay me! Okay, so there you go. All right, so then we just have to stick some adhesive down here, and actually I'm going to wait on that because I need to cover this with pattern paper first, and I didn't cut that out yet. So anyways, you get the gist though. This is going to glue down onto pattern paper that's going to be here, and then when it lifts up, it's going to be the closure for that. Okay, all right, we're almost done. Bear with me. We are almost done. So the pattern paper will go down next because you want to cover up those tabs. And then on top of this, we're going to put a little booklet. And this is super simple. Again, really, really simple. So it's a trifold book. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 5 by 6.5. And you're going to score at 1/2 inch on each one. And one's going to go on one side, one's going to go on the other. And then you're going to want a page for the middle that's 4.5 by 6.5. And this is super simple. You just are going to put them together, and you're going to put the hinges behind the smaller piece of cardstock. Maybe, if it cooperates with you. Let's try it that way. And then just fold it over. Okay, yep, just like that. All right, and then you're going to take the other one and you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to just adhere it to the back of the smaller piece. Okay, so you'll end up with like that. Now there's a couple things you can do with this. You can leave it as is, and I did not put any kind of closure on this because the belly band is going to be the closure. Okay, yeah, makes sense. But you can do a couple things with this. You could adhere it down all the way. You could adhere it on 3 sides and make a pocket. You could adhere it on 2 sides and make a nice pocket for behind here. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one, is I'm going to just glue it on 2 sides and make another pocket behind it because I feel like it. And I'm going to center this onto here. Eyeballing it, of course. All right, there we go. Okay. There we go. So now we've got a nice trifold photo frame that will hold lots of pictures. Okay. And then we have a pocket behind. So like an L-shaped pocket, so we could tuck something under there. Okay. Then this guy is going to go onto our page. So we're going to carefully remove that for a second, and we're going to glue that down. Okay, one more page, guys. One more, and we're done. One more, and we're done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put papers on the rest of the book, and then I will come back and do a video on what the total thing turned out to look like. And I'm hoping that y'all like it. Okay. There we go. So that's how that's going to look. And then we're going to have tags in each of these belly bands. And then they will flip up like that. And then we will have our trifold book with another little pocket in the back. Perfect. Last page. Last page. The last page is very simple. And I just made a pocket. That's all I did, was just make one more pocket for more tags. Okay? This pocket's already made because that is the base of the book, adhered to the back of the cover. So this is it. So let's, first off, super simple, but first off we have to cover the back of the book with pattern paper because the pocket's going to sit on top of that. So let's do that. And then we'll put the pocket on, and then we will be set. Don't stick it down before you're ready to. That is the one thing with score tape. I mean, it is amazing tape, but boy, if you stick it down and you're not ready, you might as well forget it because you aren't going to get it off. All right, so that's done, and then your pocket. So the pocket is 7.5 by 5. You score it on 1/2 inch, all 3 sides, and this pocket actually makes a photo mat because of the way it's sized. So yeah, another place to put a picture. So I am going to kind of put it right about, I like it kind of there. I want some of the flowers to show. I like the flowers. All right, so there you go. And there's a pocket. Okay, so that's it. We are done. So let's kind of real quickly go through the book and look at the pages. So this one is a tag closure tie with cards that come out, okay, over the belly bands. And then we turn the page and we have a magnet closure with a flap pocket, which has the 2 pockets right there. And then we have a nice big full pocket here. We have our belly band slider closure with a waterfall. Okay, we close this guy up and then we turn it this way. We have our never-ending album fold out, and this folds out as well. And then you go the other way and it goes like that. The ribbon closure. Next page, magnet closure, pocket here. And over here we have tabs and a pocket here. And then a nice big belly band here. We turn that page. We have a magnet closure here. This is going to go here, so you can see how it's going to look. And then when you open that up, 2 big pockets here. We've got another waterfall here with a pocket behind. Then the next page, which I have to still adhere the paper down, we'll have these belly bands that you can actually are tubes, so you could put a picture in them, and that will raise up to do a trifold piece. And then the last page is a simple pocket page. And then, so this whole thing, all of this is adhered by this one thing. And it is going to be nice and sturdy, and it's not going to, it's glued down really well, and you're going to have a nice big pocket here to stick more stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I will come back and I will show you what it looks like when it's all finished and decorated. I hope you enjoyed the videos and I hope they all made sense. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.